In the quiet of the morning, when the world is still and your thoughts are calm, there is wisdom waiting to be discovered. As you step into your day, know that each moment offers an opportunity to shape your character. I wish to share with you the meditations of a soul who, through great power and deep reflection, learned the true meaning of life. His name was Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor, and yet his words carry timeless lessons for us all. 1. Control what you can. Let go of what you can't. One of the most powerful lessons I have learned is to focus on what is within my control. Our lives are full of distractions and struggles that seem beyond our reach. But remember, you can control your thoughts, your actions, and your reactions. Everything else, the weather, the opinions of others, the future, is beyond your grasp. Worrying about these things is like trying to hold water in your hands. It only slips away. Instead, give your energy to what you can change. Focus on your actions today and leave the rest behind. A calm mind rests in the certainty that it has done its best, regardless of the outcome. 2. The power of choice. Every day, you face choices, big ones, small ones, and everything in between. What I have come to realize is that our greatest power lies not in the situations we face, but in how we choose to respond to them. Imagine life as a great play, and you are the actor. You cannot control the script or the stage, but you can control your performance. In the moments when anger rises or frustration knocks at the door, pause. Remember, you have the power to choose your response. Will you act out of wisdom or impulse? Will you choose peace or let turmoil take root? It is this ability to choose that defines your character, and in this you are free. 3. Embrace your purpose. Too often we spend our days lost in the noise of the world, following the crowd, or chasing fleeting desires. But deep within you lies a higher purpose, something that gives your life meaning. Find it, nourish it, live for it. Marcus Aurelius once wrote that we should become what you are meant to be. You were born with a unique set of gifts, struggles, and talents. Do not waste them. In every task, whether great or small, pour yourself into it fully. Work with purpose. Live with integrity. Your purpose will not be found in the applause of others, but in the quiet, consistent actions that align with your truest self. 4. The impermanence of life. All things pass. The joy you feel today, the pain you endure, the challenges you face, all will one day be gone. The impermanence of life is both a challenge and a gift. Knowing that everything will fade helps you embrace each moment more fully. Do not grow attached to things, for they are temporary. The beautiful sunset, the love of a friend, the success of a great endeavor, all are fleeting. Appreciate them while they last, but know that their true value lies not in their permanence, but in the lesson they offer in the present moment. 5. Practice gratitude. Every day, find something to be grateful for. Gratitude has a way of transforming even the most difficult moments into opportunities for growth. When you begin to see the world through the lens of gratitude, you shift your perspective. You no longer look at what you lack, but at what you have. Even in hardship, there is something to be thankful for. Every challenge carries the potential to teach you something valuable. Every struggle is an invitation to grow stronger, more resilient, and more compassionate. 6. Self-reflection and growth. No one is perfect. We all make mistakes and we all have room to grow. The key to growth lies in reflection. Take time each day to look inward. Ask yourself, what did I do well today? What could I have done better? This practice of honest self-reflection allows you to learn from each day, to improve, and to move forward with greater wisdom. Self-improvement is a lifelong journey. It requires patience and humility. But with each step, you become a better version of yourself. Do not rush the process. Be kind to yourself, but always be determined to grow. 7. Remember the bigger picture. At times, you may feel small in the grand scheme of things. The world seems vast, your problems seem large, and you may wonder how you fit into it all. Remember this: you are part of something much greater than yourself. The universe operates with a rhythm far larger than our understanding. You are but one part of this grand, ever-moving whole. What does this mean for you? It means that your life, your struggles, your victories, they matter, but they are part of a larger design. Do not let small setbacks blind you to the beauty of the bigger picture. Keep perspective, keep moving forward, and know that you are part of something beautiful, even when it's not immediately clear. 8. Live simply, live fully. Finally, let us return to simplicity. In a world full of distractions, noise, and excess, it is easy to lose sight of what truly matters. Marcus Aurelius, like many Stoics, lived a life of simplicity. He knew that happiness was not found in possessions or status, but in the richness of the present moment. Live with purpose. Seek peace over pleasure. Build your life on what is meaningful, not what is temporary. Surround yourself with those who encourage your growth, not those who distract you from it. Live simply, but live fully. Conclusion, dear friend, as you walk through this life, may you carry with you the wisdom of those who have walked before you. Marcus Aurelius, in his quiet meditations, offers us a map for living with peace, strength, and purpose. Each day is a chance to grow, to learn, and to align yourself with the virtues that will make you not just successful, but truly fulfilled. The challenges you face will pass, and the joys you experience will fade. But the way you choose to live, your character, your integrity, your love, this is what lasts. May you live each day with clarity, with courage, and with a heart full of gratitude. 9. The value of patience. In today's world, everything moves fast. We want instant results, quick success, and immediate satisfaction. But Marcus Aurelius teaches us that true greatness is built slowly, over time, with patience and persistence. Patience is not passivity. It is not about waiting idly for life to unfold. It is about doing the work, day by day, without rushing. When you are patient, you are trusting the process, knowing that good things take time. Every small action, every small step forward, brings you closer to your goal. Just as a tree takes years to grow tall, your strength, wisdom, and peace will develop slowly but surely. 10. The strength in facing adversity. Adversity is not your enemy. It is your teacher. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, consistently reminds us that the obstacles we face are the very things that help us grow. It is in hardship that we discover who we truly are. When life is easy, we do not learn as much. But when we face challenges, we are forced to adapt. We become more resilient. We build our mental muscles. Just as a sword is forged through heat and pressure, so too is your character shaped by the struggles you face. Embrace them, learn from them, and remember, this too shall pass. 11. Accepting the present moment. The present moment is the only place where life truly exists. The past is gone, the future is uncertain, and the present is all we can truly grasp. Marcus Aurelius often wrote about the importance of accepting the present, as it is, without clinging to what was or worrying about what might be. There is freedom in the present moment. When you stop resisting what is, when you accept life as it is, you find peace. You stop fighting the flow of life and begin to move with it. This does not mean you passively accept everything that happens to you, but rather you stop wasting energy on things outside your control and instead focus on how you can respond with wisdom, grace, and strength. 12. The true meaning of success. Many of us are taught that success is measured by wealth, fame, or power, but Marcus Aurelius understood that true success is measured by how we live our lives, by our character, our actions, and the peace we find within ourselves. Success is not in what you have, but in who you are. It is found in the integrity with which you live, in the respect you earn through kindness, and in the calm you carry even in storms. Strive for a life of virtue, for a heart filled with peace, and success will follow. It may not always be in the form you expect, but it will be real and lasting. 13. Death and the meaning of life. Finally, let us reflect on the truth that every life is finite. We often forget this, distracted by the trivialities of daily life. But death is not something to fear. It is a reminder. It reminds us that time is precious. Marcus Aurelius often meditated on death not as a morbid thought, but as a motivator. The understanding that life is brief helps us to live more fully. It pushes us to take action, to live with purpose, and to make the most of every moment. Do not waste your time on things that do not matter. Focus on what you can do today, what you can give, and how you can grow. Life is short. Make it count. These meditations are not just thoughts to ponder. They are guides for action. They offer a way of living that is grounded in clarity, virtue, and strength. As you go through your day, remember Marcus Aurelius's words and let them guide your choices. Keep these lessons in your heart and live each day with the knowledge that you have the power to shape your life. The road will not always be easy, and the challenges will not always be small. But by following these principles, you will build a life of meaning, purpose, and peace. Trust the process, trust yourself, and know that the greatest success is not in achieving things outside of you, but in cultivating the strength and wisdom within. With deep respect and understanding. 14. The practice of inner peace. In the noise and chaos of life, there's a place of stillness within you, an inner peace that cannot be shaken by external events. This peace is a treasure, and it can only be found through discipline and self-control. Marcus Aurelius often reflected on the importance of maintaining this peace, regardless of the world's disturbances. To achieve this, you must first recognize that the world will never be perfect. People will disappoint you, situations will not go as planned, and setbacks will come. But none of this has to disturb your inner peace. When you cultivate an unwavering focus on your thoughts and actions, you realize that no external event can truly harm you unless you allow it. You choose how to respond, and in choosing calm over chaos, you maintain the serenity that is always available to you. 15. The virtue of self-sufficiency. In a world that often encourages dependence on others, whether through material possessions, praise, or approval, it is crucial to remember the value of self-sufficiency. Marcus Aurelius teaches that a strong person does not rely on external validation or circumstances for happiness. True strength comes from within. Self-sufficiency is not about isolation. It's about cultivating the inner resources necessary to stand firm in your beliefs, your purpose, and your peace of mind. By relying on your own virtues and inner strength, you are no longer a slave to the whims of fortune or the opinions of others. You are free. and in that freedom you find true power. 16. The power of silence and reflection. The Stoics understood that in silence, wisdom arises. In a world filled with distractions, it is often in the quiet moments of reflection that we find clarity. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Nowhere can a man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his soul." Take time each day to sit in silence, to reflect on your actions, your thoughts, and your intentions. Let go of the noise of the world. In this space, you can reconnect with your purpose and realign yourself with what matters most. This practice not only brings clarity, but allows you to see life through a lens of wisdom and perspective. 17. Compassion and empathy. True strength lies not only in self-discipline and fortitude, but also in your ability to show compassion and empathy toward others. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself to treat others with kindness and understanding, recognizing that we all share in the human experience. He believed that the good of the individual is connected to the good of the whole, and that by helping others, we help ourselves. You too are part of a larger whole. Each person you encounter is facing their battles, and while you may not always understand their struggles, offering compassion costs you nothing, but enriches both you and them. A compassionate heart makes the world a better place, one action at a time. 18. Finding meaning. In the mundane life is not made up of extraordinary moments alone. The true richness of life often comes in the small, ordinary moments that fill our days. Whether it is preparing a meal, taking a walk, or sharing a quiet conversation, these moments are precious. Marcus Aurelius found profound meaning in the mundane. Each task, no matter how small or simple, can be a chance to practice virtue. You do not need grand achievements to live a meaningful life. Every action you take when done with intention and purpose adds to the fullness of your existence. Even in the simplest of tasks, there is meaning to be found. 19. The practice of humility. Even as you grow, even as you learn, remember this. No matter how much wisdom you gain, there is always more to learn. Marcus Aurelius understood that the greatest wisdom lies in knowing that we are all students of life. Humility is not about devaluing yourself, but about recognizing that there is always more to discover. A humble mind is open to growth, to learning from others, and to seeing the world with fresh eyes. It is the opposite of arrogance. Humility keeps us grounded, reminds us of our place in the vastness of the universe, and encourages continuous improvement. 20. Legacy and the impact you leave. Lastly, let us think of the legacy we leave behind. When our time comes, what will remain of us? Will it be wealth, fame, or material accomplishments? Or will it be the kindness we showed, the wisdom we shared, and the strength we inspired in others? Marcus Aurelius often reflected on the transience of life and the importance of leaving behind a life well lived. While you cannot control when you leave this world, you can control what you leave in it. A life of virtue, integrity, and service to others will echo long after you are gone. This, dear friend, is the true legacy, one that lasts beyond a single lifetime. In conclusion, as you walk through life, let the words of Marcus Aurelius guide your steps. His meditations offer a profound path to inner peace, wisdom, and strength. Life will never be free of challenges, but with a Stoic mindset, you can face each challenge with grace and resilience. Remember that your power lies in your actions, your choices, and the way you respond to the world around you. Through patience, self-reflection, and compassion, you will live a life of meaning, purpose, and fulfillment. May you find peace in each moment, strength in each struggle, and wisdom in each experience. 21. The art of letting go. One of the most powerful teachings from Marcus Aurelius is the art of letting go. We often hold on to things, whether it's grudges, regrets, or attachments to past events, thinking that they define us. But true freedom lies in releasing what we cannot control, accepting what has already passed and not allowing it to hinder our progress. In the same way, we cling to future expectations, imagining all sorts of outcomes, good or bad. But the future is unknown, and worrying about it only robs you of the peace available in the present moment. Let go of expectations. Let go of your attachment to outcomes, and allow life to unfold without the weight of constant worry. Marcus Aurelius knew that it is only by letting go of unnecessary burdens that we free ourselves to live fully. Release the things that no longer serve you, and in doing so, you will make space for peace, growth, and wisdom. 22. The beauty of everyday life. Everyday life, as mundane as it may seem, is an opportunity to practice the highest virtues. Marcus Aurelius believed that beauty is not found in grand spectacles or fleeting pleasures, but in everyday moments. Whether you are working, talking to a friend, or simply walking outside, there is beauty to be found. Look at the world with fresh eyes. Notice the small wonders, the warmth of the sun, the kindness in a stranger's smile, the taste of a simple meal. These moments are not insignificant. They are gifts. The Stoic practice of living with awareness allows you to find joy and meaning in even the most ordinary of circumstances. So take time to observe the world around you, find beauty in the simplest things. The quiet hum of life offers profound wisdom if you are open to seeing it. 23rd. Perspective on suffering. Suffering is an inevitable part of life, but how we view it makes all the difference. Marcus Aurelius did not see suffering as something to be feared or avoided at all costs. Instead, he viewed it as an opportunity for growth, strength, and transformation. When you face pain, whether physical, emotional, or mental, do not run from it. Embrace it as part of the human experience. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I grow stronger? How can I be better because of this challenge? In suffering, you will often find resilience. Pain sharpens your focus and deepens your understanding of life. You are not defined by your suffering, but by how you respond to it. It is your choice to rise above it, to learn from it, and to continue forward with greater wisdom and strength. 24. The practice of mental clarity. In the rush of modern life, clarity of mind is a rare gift, but it is a gift that is entirely within your control to cultivate. Marcus Aurelius often wrote about the importance of keeping a clear and focused mind, one free from unnecessary distractions, negative thoughts, and emotional turbulence. To achieve mental clarity, practice stillness. Take time each day to sit in silence, to breathe deeply, and to observe your thoughts. Let go of distractions and allow your mind to return to its natural state of peace. When your mind is clear, you can make better decisions, act with greater purpose, and respond to life's challenges with calmness and insight. 25. The importance of action. Stoicism teaches that it is not enough to simply think or reflect on life's lessons. You must act on them. Marcus Aurelius did not spend his life in idle contemplation. He took action. Every day, he made decisions and took steps aligned with his purpose. Action is the bridge between thought and reality. It is through action that we shape our lives and move toward our goals. But action without wisdom is like a boat without a rudder, aimless and ineffective. Therefore, your actions should be deliberate, thoughtful, and in line with your values. Remember, it is not enough to know what is right. You must also do what is right. Make each action meaningful. Let it reflect your purpose, your integrity, and your commitment to the highest ideals. 26. Embrace the journey, not just the destination. We are often so focused on the outcome, the destination, that we forget the journey is where the magic happens. Marcus Aurelius understood this well. He did not obsess over the final result of his efforts. Instead, he found meaning in the process itself. The journey is where growth takes place. It is where you learn, adapt, and discover new strengths within yourself. If you focus solely on the destination, you miss out on the richness of the present moment. The journey, with all its twists and turns, is what shapes you. It is where you build character, resilience, and wisdom. Embrace every step of the path, knowing that each moment is part of the larger story of your life. Focus not just on what you wish to achieve, but on how you want to grow and evolve along the way. 27. The transcendence of ego. One of the most important lessons of Stoicism is the transcendence of the ego. Marcus Aurelius repeatedly reminds us that we are but a small part of a much larger whole. The universe does not revolve around any single individual, and our desires, while valid, should never take priority over the greater good. The ego is the source of much of our suffering. When we place our own needs above everything else, we become disconnected from the world around us. To live a truly virtuous life, we must let go of selfish desires and act in service to the greater whole. We must transcend the ego's grip and embrace a life of humility, service, and connection with others. When we stop focusing solely on ourselves, we open ourselves to deeper compassion, greater understanding, and a profound sense of belonging to the universe and each other. 28. Life as a constant practice. Remember that life is a continuous practice, not a one-time event. Marcus Aurelius did not expect perfection from himself, nor should you expect it from yourself. Growth is gradual, and progress comes in small increments. What matters is that you keep practicing. Each day offers a new opportunity to grow, to reflect, to make better choices. There will be setbacks, and there will be failures, but as long as you continue to practice, you will continue to improve. Like a craftsman perfecting his art, your life is a work in progress, and the practice of living wisely, kindly, and courageously is the true purpose of it all. In the end, it is not the grand achievements or the accolades that matter most. It is the way you live each day, the way you practice wisdom, virtue, and strength, and the legacy of character that you leave behind. As you continue on your journey, take with you the meditations of Marcus Aurelius. They are not just words to read, they are practices to live by. Cultivate patience, resilience, compassion, and wisdom. Embrace life as it comes, knowing that you have the power to choose how to respond to every challenge, to grow through every difficulty, and to live with purpose, meaning, and integrity. May you live with the strength of the Stoics, with the clarity of mind to see what truly matters, and with the courage to act on it. 29. The practice of gratitude. Gratitude is often overlooked in the hustle and bustle of life, but Marcus Aurelius recognized it as an essential element for a peaceful and contented mind. He often reflected on the importance of appreciating the small blessings in life, and reminded himself to express thanks for the good that he encountered, even in difficult times. Gratitude shifts your perspective. Instead of focusing on what you don't have or what you've lost, it brings your attention to the abundance and beauty already present in your life. By practicing gratitude daily, you change your mindset from scarcity to abundance, and this shift brings with it greater peace and fulfillment. Start each day by acknowledging the things you are thankful for, and you will begin to notice how much richer your life becomes. 30. Embrace change as a natural part of life. One of the great teachings of Stoicism is the understanding that change is inevitable and out of our control. Everything, whether it's people, circumstances, or the seasons, changes, and it is only our attachment to the way things should be that causes suffering. Marcus Aurelius reminds us to accept change without resistance. Instead of fighting it, we should flow with it, embracing each new phase of life with grace and wisdom. Change does not need to be feared. It can be a source of growth. Life is dynamic, not static, and in embracing this, we allow ourselves to evolve and improve. Every change, every shift in direction, is an opportunity for us to practice flexibility and resilience. 30. Embrace change as a natural part of life. One of the great teachings of Stoicism is the understanding that change is inevitable and out of our control. Everything, whether it's people, circumstances, or the seasons, changes, and it is only our attachment to the way things should be that causes suffering. Marcus Aurelius reminds us to accept change without resistance. Instead of fighting it, we should flow with it, embracing each new phase of life with grace and wisdom. Change does not need to be feared. It can be a source of growth. Life is dynamic, not static, and in embracing this, we allow ourselves to evolve and improve. Every change, every shift in direction is an opportunity for us to practice flexibility and resilience. 31. Finding strength in self-control. Self-control is the cornerstone of Stoic practice. It is through self-control that we maintain our inner peace and align our actions with our higher purpose. Marcus Aurelius was keenly aware of how easily the mind can be swayed by emotion, desire, or temptation. But he understood that true freedom lies in the ability to control one's reactions. When we practice self-control, we free ourselves from being slaves to our emotions and desires. We do not react impulsively. Instead, we respond with clarity and intentionality. We choose our actions, not based on fleeting feelings, but based on our values and purpose. This self-discipline leads to a life of greater fulfillment, as it allows us to focus on what truly matters and to act with wisdom and integrity, even in difficult moments. 32. The value of simplicity. In a world that often encourages excess, whether it's material possessions, distractions, or desires, it is important to remember the value of simplicity. Marcus Aurelius practiced and encouraged a life of simplicity, finding contentment in the essentials and rejecting the unnecessary. Simplicity allows us to focus on what truly matters. By eliminating the clutter, both external and internal, we can more easily align ourselves with our purpose and values. Simplicity brings clarity, peace, and the ability to appreciate the present moment. It helps us focus on the quality of our experiences, not the quantity. By simplifying your life, you free up space for what is truly important: wisdom, connection, and peace. 33rd, living in harmony with nature. The Stoics believed that to live a good life, one must align with the natural world. Nature is a reflection of the universe's order, and by living in harmony with nature, we live in harmony with ourselves. Marcus Aurelius frequently reminded himself that everything is connected and everything has its place in the grand design of life. Living in harmony with nature means accepting its rhythms, the seasons, the cycles of day and night, the rise and fall of life itself. It means recognizing that we are part of something much greater than ourselves, and that our lives are interconnected with the world around us. When you align yourself with nature's flow, you find peace and purpose in even the most challenging of circumstances. Embrace the natural world and allow it to guide you to a more balanced and peaceful existence. 34. The power of resilience. Resilience is not simply the ability to bounce back from hardship. It is the ability to grow stronger because of it. Marcus Aurelius believed that challenges are not obstacles to be avoided, but opportunities to test and strengthen our character. It is through adversity that we learn our true strength. When life presents challenges, do not view them as punishments or unfair circumstances. View them as opportunities to practice resilience. Know that each challenge, when faced with courage and wisdom, contributes to your growth. The greater the adversity, the greater the opportunity for strength. Embrace these moments, for they are the crucibles in which your character is forged. 35. The practice of focused attention. In a world filled with distractions, one of the most valuable practices you can cultivate is focused attention. Marcus Aurelius valued the ability to stay focused on the task at hand without letting the mind wander or the external world pull you away from your purpose. Focused attention allows you to fully engage in the present moment, whether you are working, spending time with loved ones, or simply taking a walk. It allows you to give your best effort to whatever you are doing, bringing greater satisfaction and success. By practicing focused attention, you eliminate the distractions that prevent you from living with intention. You move through life with purpose and clarity, fully immersed in each moment. 36. The wisdom of the eternal now. One of the most profound lessons Marcus Aurelius offers is the importance of the present moment. The past is gone, and the future has not yet arrived. All we truly have is the now. Stoicism teaches that we should not dwell on what has already happened or worry about what is to come, but instead focus all our energy on the present moment. Living in the now is not about disregarding the past or the future. It is about recognizing that the present is where your power lies. The choices you make today shape your tomorrow. The actions you take right now determine your future. By living fully in the present, you can create the life you want without being weighed down by regrets or fears. 37. The Stoics' approach to anger. Anger is a powerful emotion, but it is one that, if left unchecked, can cloud judgment, hinder progress, and damage relationships. Marcus Aurelius teaches us to approach anger with a clear, rational mind. He believed that anger, like any other emotion, is a reaction to something outside of our control, and it is up to us to decide how to respond. When anger arises, take a moment to pause, reflect on the situation, and ask yourself whether your anger is serving you or harming you. Often anger is fueled by misunderstanding, impatience, or a sense of injustice. By recognizing these triggers, you can respond more thoughtfully and with greater empathy, rather than reacting impulsively. In doing so, you protect your peace and maintain control over your emotions. 38. Learning from mistakes. Mistakes are a natural part of life, but it is how we learn from them that truly matters. Marcus Aurelius embraced mistakes as opportunities for growth. Instead of lamenting errors or seeing them as failures, he viewed them as chances to reflect, adapt, and improve. When you make a mistake, do not be harsh on yourself. Reflect on it to learn. Ask yourself, what can I take from this experience? How can I do better next time? By learning from your mistakes, you avoid repeating them and build the wisdom necessary for future success. Mistakes are not the end of the road. They're simply part of the journey. 39. Living with purpose and integrity. Finally, remember that the true measure of a life well lived is not in achievements, but in the integrity with which you live each day. Marcus Aurelius often reflected on the importance of aligning his actions with his higher purpose and values. Integrity is the foundation upon which a meaningful life is built. Live each day with purpose. Let your actions reflect your principles, and let your intentions be rooted in the pursuit of wisdom, virtue, and service to others. When you live with integrity, you find peace, knowing that you are true to yourself and your values, no matter the external circumstances. Conclusion: a legacy of wisdom. As you continue on your journey, remember the teachings of Marcus Aurelius. His meditations are not merely philosophical reflections. They are practical guides for living a life of meaning, strength, and wisdom. In every moment, you have the power to choose how to respond to life's challenges, to grow through adversity, and to live in harmony with the world around you. By practicing the principles of Stoicism, you will find peace amidst the chaos, clarity in uncertainty, and strength in adversity. Your life, shaped by wisdom and virtue, will become a source of inspiration for others, leaving a legacy that echoes far beyond your years. May you walk your path with courage, resilience, and the unwavering belief that you have the power to shape your destiny. 40. The importance of moderation. In all things, moderation is key. Marcus Aurelius frequently reminded himself to avoid extremes, whether in action, thought, or emotion. Life is best lived in balance. Too much of anything, even the good things, can lead to excess and imbalance. This principle is especially valuable in a world where excess is often celebrated. Whether it's work, pleasure, or material possessions, moderation ensures that we maintain control and perspective. It allows us to enjoy life without becoming enslaved by our desires or overwhelmed by our indulgences. Through moderation, we learn to appreciate what we have without becoming attached to it, and to engage with life fully without being consumed by it. By practicing moderation, we protect our mental, physical, and emotional health. We keep our lives in harmony, and we avoid the trap of overindulgence, which robs us of the deeper satisfaction that comes from simplicity and balance. 41. The power of acceptance. Acceptance is a cornerstone of Stoic wisdom. We cannot change many aspects of the world around us, and we certainly cannot change the past. But we have the power to accept what comes our way with grace, even if we don't understand it or like it. Marcus Aurelius often practiced this form of acceptance, reminding himself that everything is part of a greater plan, and that he could either resist what happened or accept it, learn from it, and move forward. Acceptance doesn't mean resignation. Rather, it's about recognizing that life is full of challenges, and those challenges, in and of themselves, are not bad. How we respond to them defines the quality of our lives. When we accept what cannot be changed, we free ourselves from frustration and disappointment. We gain clarity, and with that clarity, we can act more wisely and more effectively. Acceptance empowers us to move forward with strength and composure, knowing that we can handle whatever comes our way. 42nd. Embracing the unknown. The future is uncertain, and so is the path that lies before us. Many of us fear the unknown and try to control the outcome of every situation. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, however, that we are not in control of the future. What we can control is how we face the unknown. with courage and an open heart. Embrace uncertainty as a part of life's natural rhythm. It is in the unknown that we discover new opportunities, new wisdom, and new aspects of ourselves. Rather than fearing the future, approach it with curiosity and confidence. Trust in your ability to handle whatever comes, and understand that the unknown is a place where growth happens, not a place to avoid. In the face of uncertainty, we find the chance to practice patience, flexibility, and trust in ourselves. 43rd, finding freedom in non-attachment. The practice of non-attachment is central to Stoic philosophy. It is the idea that true freedom comes not from possessing or controlling things, but from freeing ourselves from our attachment to them. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself that nothing is truly ours. Our bodies, our possessions, and even our relationships are temporary. The moment we attach our happiness to these external things is the moment we lose our freedom. To live freely, we must learn to let go of the need for things to remain the same. We must embrace change and let go of our dependency on external circumstances for our happiness. When we detach ourselves from outcomes, we release the power these external factors have over us. In doing so, we cultivate the ability to be content in any situation, regardless of what we have or don't have. True freedom comes when we stop clinging to the impermanent and allow ourselves to be fully present in the moment. 44. Developing emotional mastery. Emotional mastery is not about suppressing emotions, but about understanding and managing them. Marcus Aurelius often reflected on the power of emotions to distract us from our higher purpose and how crucial it was to maintain control over them. By practicing emotional mastery, you can avoid being controlled by fleeting feelings like anger, fear, or sadness, and instead respond to situations with clarity and wisdom. Start by observing your emotions without judgment. Notice when they arise and how they influence your thoughts and actions. Then, choose how to respond, rather than simply reacting. This process takes practice, but over time, you will find that you can face any situation with calmness and confidence. Emotional mastery doesn't mean ignoring your feelings. It means understanding them and choosing to act in ways that align with your values and purpose. 45. The strength of consistency. Consistency is a key element of Stoic practice. Marcus Aurelius did not become wise overnight, nor did he achieve the inner peace he sought in a single moment. It was his consistent efforts, day after day, to live according to his principles that ultimately shaped his character and his life. In your own life, practice consistency. Whether it's cultivating gratitude, practicing self-reflection, or showing compassion, do it consistently. The small daily actions you take build the foundation for the life you want to live. Progress may feel slow, but over time, the cumulative effect of your consistent efforts will lead to profound change. Consistency is what transforms intentions into reality. It is the quiet power behind every lasting success and every meaningful life. 46. The role of virtue in happiness. Virtue, according to Stoicism, is the only true path to happiness. All external goods, wealth, status, or pleasure are fleeting and ultimately fail to bring lasting fulfillment. But virtue, living in alignment with wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, brings true peace and joy. Marcus Aurelius constantly reminded himself that his happiness did not depend on external circumstances, but on his internal virtues. If he lived according to virtue, he would find happiness no matter what the world threw his way. By focusing on being a good person, by practicing kindness, fairness, and wisdom, you can cultivate a deep sense of contentment and peace that remains untouched by life's ups and downs. In the end, the Stoic path to happiness is not about seeking pleasure or avoiding pain. It is about living a life of virtue, where your actions align with your highest principles and your heart is at peace. 47. Learning to be present. To live a Stoic life is to be fully present in each moment. We often find ourselves either regretting the past or worrying about the future, and in doing so, we miss out on the beauty and richness of the present. Marcus Aurelius recognized this and made it a practice to live in the now. Being present means engaging fully with whatever you are doing, whether it's working, spending time with loved ones, or simply taking a walk. It means letting go of distractions and focusing your mind and energy on the task at hand. By practicing presence, you improve your effectiveness, deepen your relationships, and cultivate a sense of peace. Every moment is an opportunity to live with intention. By being fully present, you live with greater clarity, joy, and purpose. 48. The power of small acts of kindness. The smallest acts of kindness can have the most profound impact. Marcus Aurelius understood that kindness, no matter how seemingly insignificant, is never wasted. Every word of encouragement, every thoughtful gesture, every moment of compassion enriches the lives of others, and ultimately enhances our own. In your life, choose kindness, even in the smallest things. Hold the door for someone, smile at a stranger, offer a helping hand. These acts may seem trivial, but they have the power to transform not only the world around you, but also your own heart. In giving kindness, you receive kindness in return. And this positive energy ripples out into the world, creating a more compassionate, connected, and loving environment for all. 49th. Maintaining perspective on life's difficulties. Finally, remember that every difficulty is temporary. Life, with all its challenges, is but a brief moment in the grand scheme of things. Marcus Aurelius often reflected on the fleeting nature of life, urging himself to maintain perspective in the face of adversity. When you encounter difficulties, remind yourself that this too shall pass. The hardship you face today is a part of the greater flow of life, and it will eventually fade. By keeping this perspective, you prevent yourself from becoming overwhelmed by the challenges you face. Instead, you can face them with calmness, wisdom, and resilience, knowing that they are but temporary tests of your strength. The path to true freedom. As you move forward in your journey, remember that Stoic teachings are not about achieving perfection, but about cultivating a mindset of wisdom, virtue, and resilience. Life will always present challenges, but with the tools of Stoicism, you can meet them with strength, dignity, and peace. The path to true freedom lies not in controlling external events, but in mastering your thoughts, emotions, and actions. May you walk this path with courage and wisdom, knowing that your journey is one of constant growth and self-discovery. May you always remember that your true power lies in the choices you make, choices that shape the kind of person you become and the legacy you leave behind. Stay present, live with virtue, and find peace in each step along the way. 50. The courage to live authentically. One of the most profound lessons Marcus Aurelius imparted is the importance of living authentically, staying true to who you are, regardless of external expectations or societal pressures. In a world where conformity is often valued over individuality, the Stoic ideal is to live by your values and principles. Authenticity requires courage. It means standing firm in your beliefs, even when they go against the grain. It means not compromising your integrity for the sake of fitting in, and not allowing the judgments of others to dictate your self-worth. Marcus Aurelius recognized that living authentically is essential for inner peace. When you live in harmony with your true self, your actions align with your beliefs, and you find fulfillment that cannot be swayed by external circumstances. To live authentically, embrace your unique qualities, accept both your strengths and your flaws, and act with honesty and integrity. The path of authenticity is not always easy, but it is always rewarding. In living true to yourself, you will find a sense of peace and satisfaction that no external validation can provide.
51. The role of compassion in Stoicism. Though Stoicism is often associated with self-discipline and control, it is also deeply compassionate. Marcus Aurelius consistently reminded himself of the importance of treating others with kindness and understanding, especially in the face of conflict. His meditations highlight the fact that we all share a common human experience, and that empathy and compassion are central to living a good life. Compassion allows us to connect with others on a deeper level. It softens the harshness of judgment and opens the door to understanding. When you approach others with compassion, you choose to see them as fellow travelers on this journey, rather than as obstacles or competitors. By doing so, you cultivate harmony in your relationships and create a more supportive, understanding environment for everyone. When you encounter others who are struggling or behaving in ways that challenge your peace, remember that they, too, are human. Their actions may be driven by fear, pain, or misunderstanding. Approach them with compassion, and you will not only ease their suffering, but also enrich your own life. Compassion is not a sign of weakness. It is a source of strength and wisdom. 52. The practice of self-reflection. Self-reflection is the key to understanding oneself and making progress on the Stoic path. Marcus Aurelius often took time to reflect on his actions, thoughts, and behaviors, striving to learn from each experience. He believed that regular self-reflection was essential for growth, and that without it, one could easily fall into habits of mindlessness or complacency. Make self-reflection a daily practice. Set aside time each day to review your thoughts, decisions, and actions. Ask yourself questions like, did I act by my values today? Or what can I learn from my experiences today? By taking the time to reflect, you develop greater self-awareness and can make more conscious, intentional choices in the future. Self-reflection also allows you to evaluate how you are progressing toward your goals and whether you are living in alignment with your purpose. It provides the opportunity to course correct when necessary and to ensure that you are continuously growing and evolving. Through self-reflection, you become your teacher, guiding yourself toward wisdom and virtue. 53. The importance of inner peace. Inner peace is not something that can be found in external circumstances, possessions, or achievements. It is something that comes from within, as a result of living by one's values and accepting the impermanence of life. Marcus Aurelius often wrote about the importance of cultivating inner peace, recognizing that no matter what happens in the world around you, your inner state is what matters most. To achieve inner peace, you must learn to let go of external attachments and focus on what you can control: your thoughts, actions, and responses. When you stop relying on the external world for your happiness, you become free. You no longer depend on others' approval, material wealth, or favorable circumstances to feel at ease. Instead, you find contentment within yourself through self-discipline, virtue, and acceptance. Inner peace is not a destination, but a continual practice. It requires you to consistently return to the present moment, to accept life as it is, and to respond with wisdom and calmness. As you cultivate inner peace, you will discover that the chaos of the world around you has little power over your sense of tranquility. 54. The strength of a Stoic mindset. The Stoic mindset is one of strength, resilience, and clarity. It is the ability to remain calm and rational in the face of adversity and to act by virtue, no matter the circumstances. Marcus Aurelius consistently demonstrated this mindset in his own life, leading an empire while facing personal struggles, political unrest, and the trials of war. Developing a Stoic mindset means adopting a mindset of acceptance, self-discipline, and purpose. It means practicing emotional resilience so that you are not swayed by fear, anger, or frustration. It means choosing to focus on what you can control, your actions, your thoughts, your responses, and letting go of what is outside your control. The Stoic mindset allows you to face life's challenges with strength and grace. It empowers you to remain steady in the face of uncertainty and to pursue your goals with a clear and focused mind. By adopting this mindset, you strengthen your character and build the resilience needed to navigate any obstacle with wisdom and courage. 55. The legacy of Marcus Aurelius. As we reflect on the life and teachings of Marcus Aurelius, it is clear that his wisdom transcends time and place. His meditations offer us practical guidance for living a meaningful, virtuous life. Through his example, we learn the importance of self-discipline, emotional resilience, and the pursuit of wisdom. Marcus Aurelius's legacy is not one of power or conquest, but of virtue, humility, and inner peace. His life reminds us that true greatness comes not from external success, but from the strength of character and the ability to live in harmony with our values. By applying the principles he practiced in his own life, we can create a legacy of our own. A legacy rooted in wisdom, integrity, and a commitment to living according to our highest ideals. Each day, as we practice Stoic teachings, we build this legacy, shaping not only our lives, but also the world around us. A life of meaning and purpose. The Stoic journey is one of continuous growth, learning, and self-mastery. It is not about seeking perfection, but about striving to live by wisdom, virtue, and inner peace. Through the teachings of Marcus Aurelius, we are reminded that we have the power to shape our thoughts, actions, and attitudes, regardless of external circumstances. The Stoic path is one of strength, resilience, and clarity. By embracing the principles of Stoicism, we create lives filled with purpose and meaning. And in doing so, we leave a lasting legacy that will inspire generations to come. May you walk this path with wisdom, grace, and courage, knowing that the journey itself is as important as the destination. The Stoic way is a way of life, a way of becoming the best version of yourself and finding peace and fulfillment along the way. 56. The art of letting go. One of the most powerful lessons from Stoicism is the art of letting go, of our attachments to people, things, and even ideas. Marcus Aurelius understood that to live a peaceful life, we must detach ourselves from the need to control outcomes and from the desire to hold on to what is fleeting. Life is constantly changing, and the more we try to grasp onto things that are beyond our control, the more we increase our suffering. Letting go doesn't mean abandoning our responsibilities or our values. Rather, it means accepting that we cannot control everything around us. It means embracing change and uncertainty with open arms and trusting that each moment is as it should be. In letting go, we free ourselves from the weight of expectation and the burden of unnecessary attachment. When you find yourself holding tightly to something, whether it's a past regret, an unfulfilled desire, or a person who no longer serves your best interests, practice the art of letting go. Release your grip and open your hands to the present moment. In this freedom, you will discover a new sense of peace and clarity. 57. The role of resilience in overcoming adversity. Resilience is a core Stoic virtue. Marcus Aurelius knew that hardship is inevitable, but it is not the hardship itself that determines our fate. It is how we respond to it. Life will throw challenges our way. difficulties at work, in relationships, and even within ourselves. But it is through adversity that we grow stronger, more resilient, and more compassionate. Resilience is the ability to bend without breaking, to endure hardship without being crushed by it. It is the understanding that setbacks are not failures, but growth opportunities. When faced with adversity, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? And how can I use this experience to improve myself? Instead of seeing challenges as obstacles, view them as stepping stones on your path to wisdom and personal development. The true power of resilience lies in its ability to keep us grounded in our values, even when the world around us is in chaos. With resilience, we maintain our composure, remain focused on what we can control, and use every difficulty as a chance to practice courage, patience, and endurance. 58. The wisdom of silence. In a world full of noise and constant distractions, silence is a rare and precious commodity. Marcus Aurelius often sought solitude, understanding that moments of silence allow for self-reflection and connection with the deeper aspects of the mind. Silence is not merely the absence of sound. It is an opportunity for clarity, introspection, and growth. In silence, we can hear our thoughts and better understand our true desires and motivations. It is in these quiet moments that we find space to process our experiences, align our actions with our values, and make decisions that reflect our deeper purpose. Silence also allows us to connect with our inner wisdom and intuition, which is often drowned out by the noise of everyday life. Practice silence by regularly carving out time for stillness, whether through meditation, quiet walks, or simply sitting in a peaceful space. Use this time to reconnect with yourself and your values. In silence, you will find clarity, peace, and the strength to face the challenges of life with a clear mind. 59. The practice of gratitude. Gratitude is a fundamental practice in Stoicism. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself to be grateful for the simple gifts of life, the warmth of the sun, the beauty of nature, and the companionship of others. Gratitude shifts our focus from what we lack to what we already have, cultivating an attitude of abundance rather than scarcity. Gratitude is especially powerful when faced with hardship. It can be easy to overlook the things we are thankful for when we are caught in a storm of challenges. Yet, it is precisely in these moments that gratitude can offer us solace and perspective. By taking time each day to reflect on the things we are grateful for, we shift our mindset from one of complaint to one of appreciation. Incorporating gratitude into your daily life can transform your outlook. Whether through a gratitude journal or simply taking a moment each day to reflect on what you're thankful for, this practice allows you to focus on the positives in your life. Gratitude helps to build resilience, foster joy, and create a sense of peace amidst life's inevitable difficulties. 60. Embracing self-discipline. Self-discipline is the foundation of Stoic practice. Without it, our impulses and desires will dictate our actions, and we will be left at the mercy of external circumstances. Marcus Aurelius was a master of self-discipline, recognizing that true freedom comes not from external conditions, but from the ability to control our thoughts and behaviors. Self-discipline is the ability to consistently make choices that align with our long-term goals, values, and purpose, even in the face of temptation or discomfort. It requires focus, determination, and the willingness to delay immediate gratification for the sake of greater rewards in the future. Marcus Aurelius often spoke of the importance of self-control to live a virtuous life. By practicing self-discipline, we align our actions with our highest ideals and cultivate the inner strength needed to endure life's challenges. To build self-discipline, start small. Commit to habits that support your well-being, such as exercising regularly, eating mindfully, or setting aside time for reflection. Gradually, these small acts of discipline will become ingrained in your daily routine, leading to greater control over your thoughts and actions. 61. The power of perspective. Perspective shapes our reality. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself to view situations from a broader perspective. What may seem like an insurmountable problem at the moment may, in hindsight, be a small and temporary challenge. By adjusting our perspective, we gain the ability to see things as they truly are, not as we fear them to be. Changing our perspective allows us to find peace in situations that may otherwise cause us stress or anxiety. It enables us to see challenges as opportunities for growth and to view others with greater empathy and understanding. When faced with difficulty, ask yourself, how can I view this from a different angle? What can I learn from this experience? By shifting your perspective, you free yourself from the grip of fear and worry and open yourself up to new possibilities. Remember, your thoughts are not the truth. They are simply your interpretation of the world around you. The power lies in your ability to choose your interpretation, and in doing so, to transform your experience of life. 62. The beauty of simplicity. Simplicity is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy. Marcus Aurelius believed that life's beauty lies not in complexity or excess, but in simplicity and clarity. By focusing on the essentials and letting go of unnecessary distractions, we create space for what truly matters: our values, relationships, and purpose. In a world that often glorifies complexity and material accumulation, the Stoic path invites us to simplify our lives. This could mean decluttering our physical space, cutting out distractions from our daily routine, or focusing on what brings us true fulfillment. Simplicity allows us to be present and intentional, and it gives us the freedom to live by our values without being weighed down by excess. Embrace simplicity in your own life by identifying what truly matters to you and letting go of everything else. When you simplify your life, you open the door to greater peace, clarity, and freedom. Self-discipline is the ability to consistently make choices that align with our long-term goals, values, and purpose, even in the face of temptation or discomfort. It requires focus, determination, and the willingness to delay immediate gratification for the sake of greater rewards in the future. Marcus Aurelius often spoke of the importance of self-control to live a virtuous life. By practicing self-discipline, we align our actions with our highest ideals and cultivate the inner strength needed to endure life's challenges. To build self-discipline, start small. Commit to habits that support your well-being, such as exercising regularly, eating mindfully, or setting aside time for reflection. Gradually, these small acts of discipline will become ingrained in your daily routine, leading to greater control over your thoughts and actions. 61. The power of perspective. Perspective shapes our reality. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself to view situations from a broader perspective. What may seem like an insurmountable problem at the moment may, in hindsight, be a small and temporary challenge. By adjusting our perspective, we gain the ability to see things as they truly are, not as we fear them to be. Changing our perspective allows us to find peace in situations that may otherwise cause us stress or anxiety. It enables us to see challenges as opportunities for growth and to view others with greater empathy and understanding. When faced with difficulty, ask yourself, how can I view this from a different angle? What can I learn from this experience? By shifting your perspective, you free yourself from the grip of fear and worry and open yourself up to new possibilities. Remember, your thoughts are not the truth. They are simply your interpretation of the world around you. The power lies in your ability to choose your interpretation, and in doing so, to transform your experience of life. 62. The beauty of simplicity. Simplicity is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy. Marcus Aurelius believed that life's beauty lies not in complexity or excess, but in simplicity and clarity. By focusing on the essentials and letting go of unnecessary distractions, we create space for what truly matters: our values, relationships, and purpose. In a world that often glorifies complexity and material accumulation, the Stoic path invites us to simplify our lives. This could mean decluttering our physical space, cutting out distractions from our daily routine, or focusing on what brings us true fulfillment. Simplicity allows us to be present and intentional, and it gives us the freedom to live by our values without being weighed down by excess. Embrace simplicity in your own life by identifying what truly matters to you and letting go of everything else. When you simplify your life, you open the door to greater peace, clarity, and freedom. 63. The power of purpose. Finally, living with purpose is the ultimate Stoic practice. Marcus Aurelius constantly reflected on his purpose as emperor, reminding himself that his role was to serve the common good and live a life of virtue. His purpose was not defined by external titles or achievements, but by his commitment to wisdom, justice, and integrity. To live with purpose is to live with intention. It means aligning your actions with your core values and contributing to something greater than yourself. Purpose gives life meaning, direction, and fulfillment. Without purpose, we drift aimlessly through life, reacting to circumstances rather than acting with intention. Find your purpose by considering what matters most to you and how you can contribute to the world around you. Live each day with purpose, knowing that your actions are part of a larger, meaningful journey. Through purpose, you will find fulfillment that goes beyond external success, and you will build a life of significance and impact. A life of wisdom and virtue. As you reflect on these Stoic teachings, remember that the path to wisdom and virtue is a lifelong journey. It is not about perfection, but about continuous growth. The lessons of Marcus Aurelius are not merely for reflection, they are for action. They offer practical guidance for how to live a life of meaning, fulfillment, and peace. By incorporating these Stoic principles into your life, you can navigate the challenges of the modern world with strength, resilience, and wisdom. Through self-discipline, compassion, gratitude, and the pursuit of virtue, you will create a life that is not dictated by external circumstances, but shaped by your inner character and purpose. May you walk this path with courage and conviction, and may you always remember that the true measure of success is not in what we achieve, but in who we become along the way. 64. The discipline of patience. Patience is an often overlooked Stoic virtue that is crucial for long-term growth. In today's world of instant gratification and constant rush, patience has become a rare quality. Marcus Aurelius emphasized that everything in life unfolds in its own time, and that the key to resilience is not forcing outcomes, but allowing them to develop naturally. Patience teaches us to accept the pace of life. It encourages us to take a step back, avoid hasty reactions, and trust the process. Life is not a race. It is a series of steps, some slow, some swift, but all valuable. By practicing patience, you learn to wait with grace, understanding that things will happen when they are meant to, not when we demand them to. Whether it is in building a career, cultivating relationships, or pursuing personal growth, patience is a practice that allows us to endure, persevere, and remain focused on the bigger picture. Cultivate patience by taking a moment to breathe before reacting, and by reminding yourself that life's greatest rewards often take time. 65. The power of humility. Humility is the foundation of true wisdom. Marcus Aurelius, despite his role as emperor, always reminded himself of his humble origins and the fleeting nature of power. Humility is the understanding that no matter how much we achieve, we are just a small part of a much larger universe. It is the recognition that we have much to learn and that we are not above others. In a society that often values success and recognition, it is easy to become prideful and forget our place in the grand scheme of things. However, true strength lies in humility, the ability to acknowledge our weaknesses, embrace our imperfections, and remain open to learning. By practicing humility, we remain grounded and focused on what truly matters: the pursuit of virtue, the cultivation of wisdom, and the service to others. Humility allows us to be more compassionate, more understanding, and more open to growth. It keeps our egos in check, ensuring that we don't get distracted by the need for external validation. In humility, we find the freedom to live authentically without the weight of comparison or competition. 66. The Stoic approach to friendship. Friendship, in the Stoic sense, is not based on superficial bonds or external benefits, but on shared values and mutual respect. Marcus Aurelius valued friendships that were grounded in virtue and integrity. True friends, he believed, are those who help us grow, challenge us to be better, and support us in living by our principles. A Stoic approach to friendship involves seeking out relationships that elevate us. It is about surrounding ourselves with people who inspire us to live with wisdom, courage, and integrity. It is also about being a friend who offers support, understanding, and encouragement in return. In friendships, we must recognize that people will change and circumstances may shift. Yet true friendship, rooted in Stoic virtues, is resilient. It does not depend on transient pleasures or external rewards, but is instead based on a shared commitment to personal growth and mutual respect. By fostering meaningful Stoic friendships, we create an environment where both we and our friends can flourish. 67. Embracing adversity as a teacher. Adversity, though uncomfortable, is one of the greatest teachers we will ever encounter. Marcus Aurelius frequently wrote about the value of adversity, understanding that it is through hardship that we develop resilience, wisdom, and compassion. Every challenge, no matter how difficult, is an opportunity to practice Stoic virtues and to test our character. Rather than resisting adversity or wishing it away, embrace it. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can this experience help me grow? Every challenge you face offers valuable lessons. It may teach you patience, fortitude, or humility. It may help you develop emotional resilience or spark a deeper understanding of yourself and the world around you. By viewing adversity as a teacher, you shift your perspective and find meaning in even the most difficult situations. Adversity is inevitable. It is how we choose to respond that defines our journey. By embracing it, you can transform hardship into a powerful force for personal growth and self-improvement. 68. The Stoic view on death. Death, according to Stoicism, is an essential part of life. Marcus Aurelius often reflected on the inevitability of death and the fleeting nature of time. By contemplating our mortality, we are reminded of the preciousness of each moment. This awareness can inspire us to live more fully, to make the most of the time we have, and to pursue what truly matters. The Stoic approach to death is not one of fear or avoidance, but of acceptance. Death is a natural process, and rather than denying its reality, we must learn to embrace it with equanimity. When we accept death as an inevitable part of life, we free ourselves from the fear of it and begin to live with greater purpose and urgency. Contemplating death encourages us to let go of trivial concerns, focus on the present moment, and dedicate ourselves to living with virtue and integrity. In this way, the awareness of death can serve as a guide for how to live a more meaningful and intentional life. 69. The wisdom of acceptance. Acceptance is one of the most powerful practices in Stoic philosophy. Marcus Aurelius frequently reminded himself to accept what was beyond his control and to focus his energy on what he could change. In life, we often encounter situations that we wish were different, but the key to peace lies in accepting things as they are, without resistance or regret. Acceptance does not mean passivity or complacency. It means recognizing that some things are outside our control and choosing to focus on what we can influence. By accepting reality as it is, we free ourselves from the struggle against circumstances and allow ourselves to focus on our growth and actions. Practice acceptance by letting go of your attachment to how things should be and embracing life as it unfolds. This does not mean resigning yourself to hardship, but rather choosing to engage with life in a calm, purposeful manner. Through acceptance, you cultivate inner peace and the ability to move forward, no matter what challenges lie ahead. 70. A life of reflection and action. The Stoic life is not one of passive contemplation, but of active engagement with the world. While reflection and introspection are essential, Stoicism also calls for action grounded in wisdom, virtue, and purpose. Marcus Aurelius did not merely reflect on life. He actively lived out the principles he believed in, serving as a leader, philosopher, and man of integrity. To live the Stoic life, you must balance reflection with action. Use moments of stillness to understand your values and to assess your path. Then, take intentional, purposeful steps to live those values in the world. Every action you take should be guided by wisdom and a commitment to virtue. In your life, make each action a reflection of your deepest beliefs. Whether in small daily choices or significant moments of decision, let your actions align with your Stoic principles. In this way, you not only build character but also contribute to the greater good. The Stoic path to a fulfilled life. The teachings of Marcus Aurelius offer us a timeless blueprint for living a life of wisdom, virtue, and purpose. Stoicism is not a philosophy of denial or detachment, but a guide to embracing life fully, with all its challenges and triumphs. Through self-discipline, resilience, humility, and compassion, we can navigate the complexities of life and become the best versions of ourselves. As you continue your journey, remember that Stoicism is a lifelong practice, a commitment to continuous growth and reflection. It is not about achieving perfection, but about striving each day to live with integrity, purpose, and equanimity. By applying these teachings in your own life, you can create a life of meaning, fulfillment, and inner peace. May you walk the Stoic path with wisdom, courage, and grace, knowing that each step you take brings you closer to the life you are meant to live. 71. The power of self-reflection. Self-reflection is a central practice in Stoicism, and Marcus Aurelius was a master of it. Every night, he would reflect on his actions, thoughts, and interactions of the day, asking himself where he could improve, what he had done well, and what could have been handled better. This practice allowed him to learn from each day and continuously refine his character. By making self-reflection a habit, you create space for growth. It is an opportunity to examine your thoughts, actions, and motivations, to ask yourself, was I true to my values today? Did I act with integrity? Did I let my emotions dictate my actions? This daily review helps you avoid repeating mistakes, aligns you with your higher purpose, and sharpens your ability to make thoughtful decisions in the future. Take time each day to reflect on your actions and mindset. Journaling is a helpful tool for this practice, allowing you to write down your thoughts, analyze your behavior, and set intentions for the next day. Self-reflection is the key to continuous improvement, and through it, you can build a life that is ever more aligned with your principles and virtues. 72. Resisting the urge to compare. In a world filled with social media, comparison has become an epidemic. We compare our lives, our successes, and our failures with others, often leading to feelings of inadequacy or jealousy. Marcus Aurelius, however, warned against the destructive power of comparison. He recognized that each individual's path is unique, and that comparing oneself to others only serves to distract us from our journey. The Stoic approach to comparison is simple. Focus on your progress, not the achievements or setbacks of others. Your life is your own, and it is only by comparing yourself to your ideals and values that you can measure your true growth. Comparison often leads to dissatisfaction, as it overlooks the fact that everyone faces different challenges and has different circumstances. Rather than comparing yourself to others, ask yourself, am I doing my best to live according to my values? Progress is personal, and the only true measure of success is how aligned you are with your highest ideals. Let go of the need to compare, and instead focus on your journey of self-improvement. 73. The practice of equanimity. Equanimity is the ability to maintain mental and emotional calm, regardless of external circumstances. In times of stress, chaos, or conflict, the Stoic strives to maintain an even mind, neither overly excited by success nor too devastated by failure. Marcus Aurelius exemplified equanimity in his leadership, refusing to be swayed by fleeting emotions or external events. Equanimity is cultivated through the understanding that everything is temporary, and nothing, whether good or bad, lasts forever. By keeping this in mind, we can view both success and failure with detachment, knowing that they are simply moments in the grand scheme of life. Instead of reacting impulsively, take a deep breath and approach every situation with a calm, clear mind. To practice equanimity, focus on strengthening your internal response to external events. When faced with a challenge, pause before reacting, take a step back, and choose a calm, measured response. This practice will allow you to maintain peace and balance, no matter what the world throws your way. 74. The importance of self-reliance. Self-reliance is a key Stoic virtue. Marcus Aurelius often reflected on the importance of depending on oneself, rather than relying on others or external circumstances for happiness. The Stoic believes that true contentment comes not from outside sources, but from within. By cultivating self-reliance, you take ownership of your own life and your happiness. Self-reliance is not about isolation or independence in the negative sense, but about trusting your ability to navigate life's challenges. It is about developing the inner strength to face adversity, solve problems, and make decisions without being overly dependent on others. Approval or external validation. To build self-reliance, focus on strengthening your skills, your mindset, and your ability to handle life's difficulties. Trust in your capacity to create the life you want and be your own source of confidence and direction. Self-reliance fosters independence, resilience, and a deep sense of inner peace. Marcus Aurelius, however, warned against the destructive power of comparison. He recognized that each individual's path is unique, and that comparing oneself to others only serves to distract us from our journey. The Stoic approach to comparison is simple. Focus on your progress, not the achievements or setbacks of others. Your life is your own, and it is only by comparing yourself to your ideals and values that you can measure your true growth. Comparison often leads to dissatisfaction, as it overlooks the fact that everyone faces different challenges and has different circumstances. Rather than comparing yourself to others, ask yourself, am I doing my best to live according to my values? Progress is personal, and the only true measure of success is how aligned you are with your highest ideals. Let go of the need to compare, and instead focus on your journey of self-improvement. 73. The practice of equanimity. Equanimity is the ability to maintain mental and emotional calm, regardless of external circumstances. In times of stress, chaos, or conflict, the Stoic strives to maintain an even mind, neither overly excited by success nor too devastated by failure. Marcus Aurelius exemplified equanimity in his leadership, refusing to be swayed by fleeting emotions or external events. Equanimity is cultivated through the understanding that everything is temporary, and nothing, whether good or bad, lasts forever. By keeping this in mind, we can view both success and failure with detachment, knowing that they are simply moments in the grand scheme of life. Instead of reacting impulsively, take a deep breath and approach every situation with a calm, clear mind. To practice equanimity, focus on strengthening your internal response to external events. When faced with a challenge, pause before reacting, take a step back, and choose a calm, measured response. This practice will allow you to maintain peace and balance, no matter what the world throws your way. 74. The importance of self-reliance. Self-reliance is a key Stoic virtue. Marcus Aurelius often reflected on the importance of depending on oneself, rather than relying on others or external circumstances for happiness. The Stoic believes that true contentment comes not from outside sources, but from within. By cultivating self-reliance, you take ownership of your own life and your happiness. Self-reliance is not about isolation or independence in the negative sense, but about trusting your ability to navigate life's challenges. It is about developing the inner strength to face adversity, solve problems, and make decisions without being overly dependent on others. Approval or external validation. To build self-reliance, focus on strengthening your skills, your mindset, and your ability to handle life's difficulties. Trust in your capacity to create the life you want and be your own source of confidence and direction. Self-reliance fosters independence, resilience, and a deep sense of inner peace. 75. The practice of moderation. Moderation is the Stoic principle of living in balance. Marcus Aurelius emphasized the importance of avoiding excess, whether in food, drink, work, or even pleasure. Moderation allows us to maintain harmony within ourselves and avoid the destructive effects of indulgence or overconsumption. In a world that often celebrates excess and indulgence, moderation may seem counterintuitive. However, the Stoic teaches that it is in moderation that we find true satisfaction. Rather than pursuing fleeting pleasures or chasing after the next big thing, we learn to appreciate the simple joys of life and cultivate a sense of contentment with what we already have. The practice of moderation requires mindfulness and discipline. It involves making intentional choices that reflect our long-term well-being rather than immediate gratification. Whether in your diet, work habits, or leisure activities, strive for balance. By living moderately, you avoid the turbulence of extremes and find lasting peace in simplicity. 76. The power of giving. Generosity is another powerful Stoic practice. Marcus Aurelius believed that the purpose of life is to serve others and that our true worth is measured by our contribution to the common good. Generosity is not limited to material wealth. It also includes offering our time, knowledge, kindness, and support to others. The act of giving is a reminder that we are all interconnected. By giving, we acknowledge that our lives are not isolated, but part of a larger whole. Giving fosters empathy, compassion, and a sense of purpose, and it strengthens our connection to others. To practice generosity, look for ways to help others, whether through acts of kindness, offering your expertise, or giving your time to causes that matter to you. Giving creates a ripple effect, spreading positivity and compassion throughout the world. By living a life of generosity, you not only improve the lives of others but also enrich your own life with a sense of fulfillment and connection. 77. The pursuit of wisdom. At the heart of Stoicism is the pursuit of wisdom. For Marcus Aurelius, wisdom was not simply knowledge or intellect, but the practical application of virtue in daily life. Wisdom allows us to see the world, make informed decisions, and live by our true nature. It is through wisdom that we align our thoughts, actions, and desires with reason and virtue. The pursuit of wisdom is a lifelong endeavor. It requires continuous learning, self-reflection, and the willingness to seek the truth, no matter how uncomfortable it may be. Wisdom is not found in books alone, but in the lessons of life, the reflections of our own experiences, and the guidance of others. To pursue wisdom, commit to lifelong learning and self-improvement. Seek knowledge from various sources, but also trust your inner guidance. Make decisions based on reason and virtue, rather than emotion or impulse. As you grow wiser, you will cultivate a life of meaning, fulfillment, and clarity. 78. The importance of perseverance. Perseverance is the ability to keep moving forward, even when the path is difficult. Marcus Aurelius faced countless challenges during his reign, yet he continued to carry out his duties with steadfast dedication. Perseverance is not about avoiding struggle, but about pushing through adversity and staying true to your goals, no matter how tough things get. The key to perseverance is resilience. Life will present obstacles, and there will be times when you feel like giving up. But remember, it is in those moments that your true strength is tested. Perseverance requires the courage to continue, the discipline to stay on track, and the patience to understand that results take time. When faced with difficulty, remind yourself of the larger purpose and the long-term goal. Break down the challenge into smaller steps and take consistent action toward your objective. Perseverance, combined with wisdom and patience, is the key to overcoming obstacles and achieving success. In conclusion, the teachings of Marcus Aurelius and Stoic philosophy offer us timeless wisdom for living a life of purpose, virtue, and resilience. Through self-reflection, patience, humility, and the pursuit of wisdom, we can navigate the complexities of life with clarity and inner peace. May you apply these Stoic principles to your own life, and may you walk the path of wisdom with courage, grace, and purpose. 86. Embrace the present moment. The Stoic emphasis on living in the present moment is profound. Marcus Aurelius often reflected on the fleeting nature of time, recognizing that the only moment we truly have is the present one. The past is gone, and the future is uncertain. It is in the present that we must act, think, and live. Embracing the present moment means fully engaging with what is in front of you, rather than dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. It means giving your full attention to the task at hand, whether it's a conversation, work, or a simple daily task. When we focus on the present, we reduce anxiety, improve the quality of our actions, and cultivate a sense of peace that is not dependent on external circumstances. To practice living in the present, start by eliminating distractions when engaging in activities. Whether it's putting away your phone during a conversation or focusing entirely on a project, being present helps you experience life more deeply. Through mindfulness and intentionality, you can enhance the richness of every moment. 87. The strength of patience. Patience is a virtue that Stoics hold in high regard, and Marcus Aurelius exemplified this quality in both his personal life and leadership. In the midst of wars, political struggles, and personal challenges, he displayed incredible patience, trusting that everything unfolds in its own time. Patience is not about passivity or inactivity, but about maintaining a calm, steadfast presence while you work toward your goals. It is the understanding that some things take time, and that frustration and impatience only hinder progress. The Stoic view of patience teaches us to be resilient in the face of obstacles, to wait for the right moment, and to trust that our efforts will bear fruit in due time. To practice patience, remind yourself that progress is often gradual. Break down long-term goals into manageable steps, and trust the process. When faced with delays or setbacks, resist the urge to rush or force things. Instead, stay grounded in the present and maintain your commitment to the path ahead. 88. The importance of integrity. Integrity is the foundation of a Stoic life. For Marcus Aurelius, integrity meant being true to one's values, acting with honesty, and consistently doing what is right, even when it is difficult. Integrity is the alignment of your inner character with your outer actions. It is the ability to make choices that are consistent with your principles, even when no one is watching. When you live with integrity, you develop self-respect, trustworthiness, and inner peace. You do not need to rely on external validation or approval, for your own sense of righteousness and honor is enough. Marcus Aurelius believed that true fulfillment comes not from external success or recognition, but from living a life of honesty and moral excellence. To practice integrity, examine your values and ensure that your actions align with them. In moments of difficulty, choose the path of virtue, even if it seems inconvenient or uncomfortable. Over time, your commitment to integrity will lead to a deeper sense of trust in yourself and a life of consistent honor. 89. The role of adversity. Adversity is a natural part of life, and Marcus Aurelius saw it as an opportunity for growth. He believed that hardships were not to be avoided, but embraced, for they present us with the chance to strengthen our character and deepen our understanding of ourselves. Life is full of challenges, and it is in these moments of adversity that our true nature is revealed. The Stoic perspective teaches us to view adversity not as a burden, but as a gift, a chance to practice resilience, courage, and wisdom. Just as a muscle grows stronger when subjected to stress, so too does our spirit grow stronger when we face challenges with virtue and grace. To embrace adversity, shift your mindset from seeing challenges as obstacles to viewing them as opportunities for growth. When faced with difficulty, ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? How can I grow through this challenge? By reframing adversity in this way, you empower yourself to approach life's difficulties with courage and a sense of purpose. 90. The importance of forgiveness. Forgiveness is another powerful Stoic practice that Marcus Aurelius often considered. He understood that holding on to anger, resentment, or grudges harms only the individual, not the person being held accountable. The Stoic belief is that we should not let the actions of others disturb our peace. Instead, we must forgive and release negative emotions, recognizing that everyone is doing the best they can with the understanding and circumstances they have. Forgiveness is a form of freedom. When you forgive, you let go of the weight of bitterness and free yourself from the emotional burden of resentment. It allows you to move forward with your life, unencumbered by negative feelings. Marcus Aurelius also recognized that when we forgive others, we are extending kindness and empathy, creating an opportunity for healing and reconciliation. To practice forgiveness, start by reflecting on any grudges or negative feelings you are holding. Understand that holding on to anger only harms you, and that forgiveness is a gift you give yourself. Approach forgiveness with compassion, remembering that we all make mistakes and that everyone has the potential for growth and change. 91. The power of focused effort. Stoicism teaches true success comes not from external recognition or achievement, but from dedicated and focused effort. Marcus Aurelius himself was known for his disciplined work ethic and his commitment to fulfilling his duties as emperor, even in the face of tremendous challenges. His ability to focus on the task at hand and consistently take action toward his goals set him apart as a leader. The key to focused effort is minimizing distractions and dedicating your full energy to the present task. Whether you are working on a project, learning a new skill, or pursuing a personal goal, the Stoic approach is to give your best effort without concern for immediate results or external validation. Progress will come as a result of your unwavering commitment to your purpose. To cultivate focused effort, eliminate distractions and commit to your task with full attention. Break down your goals into small, manageable steps and approach each task with the same level of seriousness and diligence. Over time, this focused effort will compound, leading you toward success and fulfillment. 92. The power of acceptance. Acceptance is one of the cornerstones of Stoicism. Marcus Aurelius often wrote about the importance of accepting what we cannot change and focusing on what we can control. The Stoic view is that while we cannot control external events or the actions of others, we can control our thoughts, emotions, and reactions. By accepting the things we cannot change, we free ourselves from unnecessary frustration and suffering. We stop wasting energy on trying to change the uncontrollable and instead focus on what we can influence. Acceptance is not about passivity, but about embracing reality as it is and taking proactive steps to respond with wisdom and virtue. To practice acceptance, identify the things in your life that are outside of your control and let go of the need to change them. Shift your focus to what you can control: your thoughts, actions, and reactions. Acceptance leads to inner peace, as it allows us to let go of the struggle and focus on what truly matters. The journey of Stoic meditation is not one of fleeting inspiration, but of daily practice and thoughtful reflection. Marcus Aurelius's writings serve as timeless reminders that true strength, wisdom, and peace come from the inside. By embracing the Stoic path through self-discipline, courage, patience, and acceptance, you have the power to transform your life and navigate the complexities of the world with grace, wisdom, and integrity. Keep these teachings close to your heart and remember, the greatest victory is the mastery of your mind. 93. The freedom of non-attachment. One of the most profound teachings of Stoicism is the idea of non-attachment. Marcus Aurelius believed that attachment to external things, whether they are people, possessions, or outcomes, leads to suffering. When we rely on external circumstances for our happiness, we are at the mercy of forces beyond our control. True freedom, according to Stoic philosophy, comes from the ability to remain at peace regardless of what is happening around us. Non-attachment does not mean indifference. Rather, it means cultivating a mindset that values inner peace over external possessions or circumstances. By practicing non-attachment, we recognize that nothing in life is permanent, and we learn to appreciate things without becoming overly attached to them. This mindset frees us from fear of loss and allows us to experience the world with greater openness and clarity. To practice non-attachment, start by reflecting on what you are overly attached to. Whether it's a material possession, a relationship, or a specific outcome, ask yourself how your attachment to these things affects your peace. Gradually, work on letting go of the emotional grip these attachments hold over you. By doing so, you open yourself up to greater freedom and resilience. 94. The Stoic practice of self-examination. Self-examination was an essential practice for Marcus Aurelius. He often wrote in his journal, reflecting on his thoughts, actions, and decisions, seeking ways to improve himself and align more closely with his Stoic ideals. The practice of self-examination helps us understand where we are falling short and where we can grow, making it a vital part of personal development. Self-examination is not about self-criticism, but about self-awareness. It's about taking an honest look at your thoughts, actions, and emotions to identify patterns that may be holding you back. By regularly assessing your behavior, you can make adjustments and move closer to the person you want to be. To practice self-examination, set aside time each day for reflection. Ask yourself questions like, did I act by my values today? How did I respond to challenges? What can I do better tomorrow? This daily practice of self-awareness and improvement will help you stay on course and continue to grow into the best version of yourself. 95. The role of humility. Humility is one of the core Stoic virtues. Marcus Aurelius recognized that, despite his power and achievements, he was just one person in a vast, interconnected world. He viewed humility not as a weakness, but as a strength, a way to keep his ego in check and remain focused on what truly matters. Humility allows us to approach life with openness. recognizing that we can always learn and improve. It prevents us from becoming arrogant or complacent and keeps us grounded in the reality that our knowledge, power, or status is temporary and insignificant in the grand scheme of the universe. To practice humility, recognize that everyone has something valuable to teach you. Whether you're interacting with a leader or a child, there is wisdom to be found in every encounter. Listen more than you speak, and approach life with the understanding that there is always more to learn. Humility is not about thinking less of yourself, but about thinking of yourself less and focusing on the bigger picture. 96. The wisdom of simplicity in goals. In his meditations, Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself to focus on the simple, essential things in life. While many people get caught up in the pursuit of complex goals and external success, the Stoic teaches us that simplicity brings clarity and peace. By simplifying your goals, you reduce distractions and become more focused on what is truly important. Simplifying your goals doesn't mean abandoning ambition, but it means stripping away unnecessary complications and focusing on the few things that truly matter. When you focus on a few meaningful objectives, you direct all your energy toward them and create a life that is purposeful and intentional. To simplify your goals, ask yourself, what is most important to me? What will truly bring me fulfillment in the long run? Focus on the goals that align with your values and eliminate those that distract you from your true purpose. By simplifying your objectives, you free yourself from the stress of juggling too many commitments and can devote your energy to what truly matters. 97. The power of emotional resilience. Emotional resilience is the ability to bounce back from life's challenges without losing your composure or your sense of purpose. Marcus Aurelius knew that life would test him, but he also knew that his reactions were within his control. He embraced the Stoic view that we cannot always control what happens to us, but we can control how we respond. Emotional resilience is developed through practice. It's about learning to remain calm in the face of adversity, to weather storms with grace, and to maintain a sense of perspective. Resilient people understand that emotions are temporary, and they do not allow negative feelings to dictate their actions. To build emotional resilience, focus on developing your emotional awareness. When you face a challenge or experience negative emotions, observe them without judgment. Recognize that feelings, whether positive or negative, are transient. By learning to observe and not react impulsively, you can cultivate emotional resilience and maintain your peace of mind through life's difficulties. Note 98. The practice of accepting mortality. Marcus Aurelius frequently reflected on the inevitability of death, not to instill fear, but to remind himself of the preciousness of life. The Stoics understood that death is the one certainty we all share, and that contemplating our mortality can help us live more fully and intentionally. By accepting that death is an inevitable part of life, we can free ourselves from the fear of it and focus on living with purpose and meaning. This practice of reflecting on mortality is not morbid. Rather, it serves as a powerful motivator. When we recognize that life is finite, we begin to appreciate the value of each moment and the importance of making our time count. We stop wasting time on trivial matters and focus on what truly matters, living virtuously and contributing to the greater good. To practice accepting mortality, take time to reflect on the transient nature of life. Ask yourself, if today were my last day, how would I want to spend it? Use the awareness of death to live more fully, making each day an opportunity to live with purpose and meaning. This perspective fosters gratitude for life and encourages us to live in alignment with our highest values. 99. The importance of reflection at the end of the day. As the day ended, Marcus Aurelius often took time to reflect on his actions, thoughts, and emotions. This daily practice of reflection allowed him to learn from his experiences and to make adjustments for the following day. It is an important Stoic practice that encourages self-awareness and continuous improvement. Reflection is a form of self-assessment that helps you identify where you acted virtuously and where you can improve. It is not a time for self-criticism, but for self-reflection, learning, and growth. By taking a few moments at the end of each day to reflect, you ensure that you are on the right path and that you continue to grow into the person you aspire to be. To practice reflection, ask yourself questions such as, did I live by my values today? What did I learn from today's experiences? How can I improve tomorrow? Through consistent daily reflection, you create a feedback loop that helps you continuously refine your character and live a life of integrity. As you continue on your journey of Stoic meditation, keep these practices in mind. They are not just philosophies to study, but principles to live by. Each day offers you countless opportunities to embody the Stoic virtues of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. By incorporating these teachings into your life, you will develop the resilience and clarity necessary to face life's challenges with strength and grace. May you walk the Stoic path with purpose and peace, knowing that true fulfillment comes not from external success, but from the mastery of your inner self. 100. The power of legacy. As Marcus Aurelius approached the end of his life, he often reflected on the legacy he would leave behind. He understood that while we may not have control over how others remember us, we can shape our legacy by the way we live each day. The Stoic idea of legacy is not about fame or material success, but about the lasting impact of our character, actions, and the way we treat others. It is the quiet imprint we leave on the world through our integrity, kindness, and wisdom. The legacy we create is built upon the daily decisions we make. It is the sum of the small acts of virtue, the commitment to living with purpose, and the willingness to face challenges with courage and clarity. A meaningful legacy is not defined by monuments or accolades, but by the positive change we inspire in the lives of others. It's the quiet, enduring influence we leave through our interactions, the wisdom we share, and the examples we set. 99. The importance of reflection at the end of the day. As the day ended, Marcus Aurelius often took time to reflect on his actions, thoughts, and emotions. This daily practice of reflection allowed him to learn from his experiences and to make adjustments for the following day. It is an important Stoic practice that encourages self-awareness and continuous improvement. Reflection is a form of self-assessment that helps you identify where you acted virtuously and where you can improve. It is not a time for self-criticism, but for self-reflection, learning, and growth. By taking a few moments at the end of each day to reflect, you ensure that you are on the right path and that you continue to grow into the person you aspire to be. To practice reflection, ask yourself questions such as, did I live by my values today? What did I learn from today's experiences? How can I improve tomorrow? Through consistent daily reflection, you create a feedback loop that helps you continuously refine your character and live a life of integrity. As you continue on your journey of Stoic meditation, keep these practices in mind. They are not just philosophies to study, but principles to live by. Each day offers you countless opportunities to embody the Stoic virtues of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. By incorporating these teachings into your life, you will develop the resilience and clarity necessary to face life's challenges with strength and grace. May you walk the Stoic path with purpose and peace, knowing that true fulfillment comes not from external success, but from the mastery of your inner self. 100. The power of legacy. As Marcus Aurelius approached the end of his life, he often reflected on the legacy he would leave behind. He understood that while we may not have control over how others remember us, we can shape our legacy by the way we live each day. The Stoic idea of legacy is not about fame or material success, but about the lasting impact of our character, actions, and the way we treat others. It is the quiet imprint we leave on the world through our integrity, kindness, and wisdom. The legacy we create is built upon the daily decisions we make. It is the sum of the small acts of virtue, the commitment to living with purpose, and the willingness to face challenges with courage and clarity. A meaningful legacy is not defined by monuments or accolades, but by the positive change we inspire in the lives of others. It's the quiet, enduring influence we leave through our interactions, the wisdom we share, and the examples we set. To focus on your legacy, think about the values you wish to embody and the qualities you want to be remembered for. Live each day in a way that reflects those values, regardless of the recognition you may or may not receive. Remember that true greatness lies not in the material accomplishments, but in the quiet, virtuous life lived with integrity. Let the legacy you leave behind be a testament to the Stoic principles you practiced, a legacy that will continue to inspire long after you are gone. With this final meditation, we come full circle to the realization that Stoic philosophy is not just a set of ideas to study, it is a way of life to embody. Each principle, each meditation, and each practice serves as a guide to living a life of purpose, resilience, and inner peace. By applying the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, we are empowered to live with clarity, purpose, and virtue, no matter the circumstances. In the end, it is not the external world that shapes our happiness or fulfillment, but our response to it. By embracing Stoic meditations, we embrace the power to shape our own lives, master our thoughts, and live in harmony with the world around us. May you continue to draw strength from the Stoic teachings, living each day with wisdom, courage, and integrity, and may your journey inspire others to do the same.